Here are 5 things that a narcissist will never do, which will make him very angry. Narcissists, despite their facade of competence and dominance, falter significantly in their endeavors. Lacking the resilience required for success, they stumble through life, struggling with even the simplest tasks. Their perception of themselves as omniscient and proficient is a fabrication, concealing their actual ineptitude. This distorted self-image leads them to believe they surpass all others, deserving exclusive adulation and admiration. However, this illusion is far from reality. Consequently, our discussion today will explore 5 fundamental attributes glaringly absent in narcissists. 1. Gratitude expression. Expressing gratitude proves challenging for narcissists. Perpetually grappling with a pervasive sense of discontentment, their ceaseless pursuit of novelty serves as a distraction from an internal void. It's imperative to discern that the emptiness inflicted by their actions differs from their own inner turmoil. Self-awareness facilitates recognition that personal emptiness emanates from within, fostering a journey towards self-compassion, mindfulness, and benevolence, hallmarks of well-being. Conversely, narcissists habitually seek external remedies, disregarding evident cues. Blaming others, they fail to prioritize introspection, perpetuating a cycle of despair. Endlessly disillusioned, they remain oblivious to the abundance surrounding them. Their narratives of despair perpetuate a perpetual state of despondency, becoming architects of their own downfall. Regardless of possessions, affection, or achievements, narcissists incessantly chase an elusive fulfillment, sealing their own fate. 2. Not being flexible. Recognizing that no one is perfect is a key part of being able to live together peacefully in families and relationships. Narcissists, on the other hand, are always looking for perfection in everyone they meet. This constant need to put others down takes priority, which makes real connections impossible, because no one can meet their unrealistic standards. In the beginning, they may look up to you or others, but as soon as they see how human you are, you become unimportant to them. Narcissists find it hard to admit that they have a deep-seated sense of not being important. They think they are completely useless, and they think the same thing about you. Their stubbornness and need to be perfect lead to unreasonable, unachievable goals. People often think that their expectations are hard to meet, like a moving target. You think you know what the goal is, but when you get there, it's not good enough, and a new goalpost appears. Narcissists are very fragile because they can't change or appreciate others. Their mental state depends on what's going on in the outside world. Even though they say they are all-powerful, they are actually more weak than you might think. Narcissists can get very angry over the smallest changes in their lives, which shows how weak they really are. 3. Being real. It's in their nature for narcissists to not be real. For the most part, a narcissist is a false self, a character they make up based on lies. One big difference between their reality and their fantasies is that they see themselves as something they are not. When you live in this way, it's impossible to describe yourself honestly. They easily change who they are to fit the person they're talking to, based on what they want to get out of the conversation. They are ghosts that don't have a real identity, like shapeshifters, chameleons, or even demons. Narcissists don't have a true core like other people do. They just copy what other people like and don't like because they know that criticizing certain things gets them respect and admiration. Also, they know that by supporting certain groups or interests, they can make themselves look better and get approval from other people. It's easy for narcissists to take advantage of and manipulate other people because they are always looking for approval. People who live this kind of life are naturally fake, lack character, and have no morals. They are obsessed with manipulation, abuse, and constant approval, all of which make it impossible for them to be truly themselves. 4. Not being able to take care of yourself. Narcissists count on others even more than normal codependent people do. One way to describe them is mutated codependence. A narcissist would not make it through the first hour if you left them in the middle of a desert. In addition to what has already been said, they constantly need attention and approval. They may think they are highly independent and able to take care of themselves, and feed their egos on their own. But the truth is that they depend on you more than you depend on them. For them to feel important, they need to know how you feel, what you remember about them, and how their presence affected you. In their hearts, they struggle with a deep sense of not being important. They are basically a huge lie that needs to be constantly confirmed and believed in order to stay alive. Their illusion falls apart when the light of truth shines on them and you understand you don't need them. It shows how fragile and weak they are. Surprisingly, though, this weakness hides a powerful poison that can seem powerful, overwhelming, and life-changing. It's important to understand that a narcissist's sources of supply are what make them who they are. They are like a building that was built on air and doesn't have a stable base. It falls apart if you take yourself out of the situation. They can't get away from this weakness. 5. Not being able to listen. 5th, narcissists fail at listening, which is a big part of their lives. Though many people may not be great listeners, narcissists are very different. Even when it looks like they're hearing, they're really just gathering information to figure out your weaknesses, find ways to get inside your system, and figure out how they can further their own goals. Narcissists use your mind to abuse and control you so they can get more of their own selfish material. Because they don't listen carefully, their interactions with other people don't last very long. They don't really be there for their partners. They're only there for themselves, looking for attention, but not really being a part of the family they act like they are. Even though they have an organ in their chest that beats all the time, which is called the heart, it's just a piece of muscle to them. They don't have a real heart. To listen and really care, you need to have a heart, empathy, and genuine worry. A narcissist only cares about themselves, though, which is something we both know. They wouldn't care if you were hurting right in front of them as long as it didn't mean anything bad for them. They might even try to make sense of your pain and want you to feel even worse, because it makes them feel stronger and more powerful, especially if they are the cause of your pain. In the end, narcissists are things, pseudo-humans or subhumans. Because of these things, they can't see anyone other than their fake self. They always expect others to please their egos, because their sense of self-worth depends on other people approving and praising them. You are just a pawn in their game, and the only way to be free is to take yourself out of the equation. Once you do that, you'll see the narcissist's world fall apart because there is really no one there. It's important to accept this truth. That being said, I'm excited to hear what you think and feel. Share them in the comments below, and don't forget to tell other people about this show. I'll be right back with another one. As always, until then, let the mending process begin and go on.